Three different variables I, j, k, but all are same data type. All are same data type. If multiple variables of same type, multiple variables of same type, I, j, k, just compile and run, you will be getting 10, 20, 30. Multiple variables of same type. Multiple variables of same type. I, j and k. Instead of three lines, we can achieve the same through a single line. Let us see how in another program. Everybody come to the P class. In a single line itself, all three variables by using comma as a separator. This is one and the same of a previous program. Save it as p.java, compile and run, you will be getting same output. Let's compile and run. Ten, 20, 30. What is the speciality over here? We are able to declare multiple variables of same type in the same statement by using comma as a separator. Multiple type of variables. Multiple variables of same type. Same type, multiple variables. Same type, multiple variables. I, j, k. Three variables, all three are int type. Here int is a common to I, j, k. Int is a common to I, j, k. Multiple variables of same type, declaring in the same statement by using comma as a separator. Let me show one more example on the same grounds. Class Q. Boolean B1 true. Boolean B2 false. Let me go for some double variables. Double D1, double D2. Try printing B1, B2. D1, D2. Save it as q.java. Try compiling and running Q class. Same Q class we can develop in the shorter way. Let us see how we can develop in the shorter way. Same Q class, compile and run. This type of Q class we can develop in the very shortest way. Multiple variables of same type can declare in the same statement. Multiple variables of same type can declare in the same statement I'm just copying this content to develop our class. I'm choosing a class name as R. Boolean B1, comma B2. Double D1, comma D2. You can see how simple. Try compiling and running R class. Try compiling and running R class. Move to the S class, everybody. Let's go for variable declaration, initialization, then usage, reinitialization. This type of declaration we didn't see till now. Please check it out, S class. Please observe, everybody, line number 5 is a variable declaration. Whatever is there, line number 5, it is a just in type. We are declaring what is I. We are specifying what is I. I is a int type variable. Int type variable. This type of statement is called as a variable declaration. Variable declaration. We just declared a variable. We just declared a variable. We didn't provide any value. The second line is initialization. As it is the first value, you can treat as a initialization. It is a first value initialization. 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 Then usage for printing purpose. Usage for printing purpose. This is called as a usage statement. We are using I to read and print I value. Usage. Usage. Then reinitialization. 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 Then finally once again usage. Once again usage. Declaration, initialization, usage, reinitialization, then again usage. Please observe variable declaration. This statement is a declaration. Initialization, variable initialization. Usage, variable usage. Reinitialization, reinitializing the variable. Again usage. It is absolutely possible. Come to the next one. I'm choosing class name as a T. Int I is equal to 10 comma j. J is equal to 20. Then print I and j. You can see small change here. So please observe, I and j both are int type. In the same statement, two variables are declaring. In the same statement, two variables are declaring. In the same statement, two variables are declaring. Two variables are declaring. One is with a value, that is I. Other is without a value, that is j. J is not having a value. J just to declared. I not only declared, also assigning initial value. I not only declared, also assigning initial value. J just a declaration. J got initial value afterwards. J got initial value afterwards. Then printing J, printing I. Very simple. With or without initial value, we can declare a variable. Variable declaration can be with or without initial value. While declaring a variable, if you are not providing initial value, later you can provide initial value. Later you can provide initial value. You can see here. Come to the next one, everybody. U class. I can go for double D1 comma D2 is equal to 1.2 comma D3. Among these three, D1 is not initialized. Let me initialize D1. D3 also not initialized. Let me initialize D3. Now try printing all three. Absolutely possible. Try compiling and running. U class. Come to the next one. All are hello world examples. Class name B. Let's go for char C1 comma C2 comma C3 comma C4. All are just declared, everyone by initializing. Absolutely possible. In the same line, four variables declared without a value. Four variables declared without a value. Try saving as a v.java. Let's compile. Compiling v.java. Absolutely possible. Compilation is very success. Try running. All four variables just declared. All four variables just declared. Later, every variable got initialized. Every variable got initialized. Absolutely possible. Come to the W class. Let's go for int I comma j comma k. You can also initialize all variables with the same value. If you want to initialize all variables with the same value, this is absolutely possible in a single line. Please observe, int is a common to I, j, k. Three variables are declaring like this. No variable having a value. I want to assign same value to all three variables. Same value to all three variables. If you have a requirement of assigning same value to multiple variables of same type, here all three are int type. Very fortunately, all three required same value. Then assign in the same line. Initially, k is equal to 100. First execution is k is equal to 100. 100 is assigning to k. 100 is assigning to k. Then k value assigning to j. Second execution. K value assigning to j. The third execution is j value assigning to I. This order you have to remember properly. Most of the interviewers are asking how this statement is executing. While executing this statement, first 100 is assigning to k. 100 is assigning to k. Then k value assigning to j. Then j value assigning to I. J value assigning to I. So maybe in the next program I'll show you this. Let's go for k is equal to 100. J is equal to k. I is equal to j. Please note down like this. K is equal to some value. J is equal to k value. I is equal to j value. K is equal to 100. J is equal to k value. I is equal to j value. Come on. Initially k getting initialized. Then k value assigning to j. Then j value assigning to I. We are assigning the same value to three variables in three different statements. In three different statements, same value to three variables. Same program, let us develop the better way. Guys. X class. Everything you should learn practically. In the practical approach, I is equal to J is equal to K. In a single line, all are achieving. First 100 is assigning to K. K value assigning to J, J value assigning to I. Come to the next one, guys. In case of variable, if we print just to variable, there will be no much meaning. Instead, try providing description. This is the best way. We know usage of Control J. Through Control J, we can speed up our program. Use plus operator for concatenation. This is called as a concatenation operation. Concatenation operation. String concatenation. The correct term is string concatenation. For a plus operator, left side one value, right side one value. For a plus operator, left side one value, right side one value. Left side whatever value, right side whatever value. These values are called as operands. For an operator, whatever input you are supplying left side, whatever input you are supplying right side, these are called as operands. Operands. For an operator, whatever input, it can be left side input, it can be right side input. That input called as a operand. For any operator, operand is a input. It can be left side or it can be right side. Operand. For the plus operator, left operand is a string, right operand is a variable. Left operand is a string, Right operand is a variable. For a plus operator, if any one operand is a string, then that is called as a string concatenation. Please observe. For a plus operator, if any one operand is a string, if any one operand is a string, then the operation is a string concatenation. Then the operation is a string concatenation. For a plus operator, left side operand or right side operand, if any one operand is a string. For a plus operator, if any one operand is a string, it can be left side operand or it can be right side operand. If any one operand is a string, if any one operand is a string, then the operation is called as a string concatenation. Then that operation is called as a string concatenation. So here, left side we are providing string for the description purpose. Left operand is a string in all operations. Plus operator, left operand is a string. So the operations are string concatenation. String concatenation is happening. It will be adding exactly whatever is there left and right. String concatenation. Left side and right side it will be adding. You can just check it out. Left side string is concatenating to the right side variable value. String concatenation. If you print just to value, there may be a confusion. What is that value? It is always advisable to describe through a string concatenation. Through a string concatenation. It is not a mathematical addition. You know very well about plus operator for mathematical addition. Here, mathematical addition is not happening. String concatenation is happening. Why string concatenation? Left operand is a string. Left operand is a string. That is why string concatenation. Let us see one more example in the same grounds. Class name Z, guys. I'll go for int age is equal to 23. If you print just age, no one will come to know what is this 23. It will print just to 23. Instead of printing 23, you can print the 23 as a age value. This is more described one. You can go any way of description. Try compiling and running. Come to the next one. You can easily understand. If you observe first 23, what is this 23? Everybody will get a confusion. Whenever you are printing a results to the customer, you need to describe. Whenever you are printing variable values, you need to describe. The description can be done through string concatenation by using string concatenation. Let me go for one more. Guys, everybody. Z1. Country name. I'm choosing class name as Z1. So please observe, you can supply right operand also as a string. If any one operand, left side or right side, if any one operand is a string, then string concatenation. If any one operand is a string, then string concatenation. If any one operand is a string, string concatenation. It can be left operand or it can be right operand. It can be even both. Depending on your requirement, depending on your customer, you can mention. Come to the next one. I'm choosing class name as Z2. Let us consider two variables. I want to print both in the same line. How we can print two variables in the same line? By using comma as a separator. Z2.java. So here, totally 2 plus operators are there. Please observe everybody. This is one operation. Left operand is I value. Right operand is a comma. Whatever I selected, it is one operation. In this operation, operator is a plus. Left operand is a I. Right operand is a comma. The result will be 10 comma. These results are concatenating to J through a second place operator. So if you wanted, you can also do like this. Please modify. I am showing only one operation in the first SOP, then two operations in the second SOP. Just to modify everybody. The first operation result is 10 comma. First operation result is 10 comma. The 10 comma supplying to J through a second place operator. This is the result of 10 comma. The 10 comma supplying as a left operand to second place operator. Second place operator, left operand is result of first place operator. Result of first place operator is 10 comma. The 10 comma going as a left side operand to the second place operator. 10 comma is a string. 10 comma is a string. 10 is a numeric. Comma is a string. If you go for 10 comma, comes under string. Left operand is a string for the second place operator. For second place operator, left operand is a string. Come to the next one. Z3. String name is equal to Vijay. Int age is equal to 22. Guys, you can see left operand is a variable, right operand is a string. You will be getting Vijay and as a result. That result is supplying to second place operator as a left operand. You will be getting Vijay and 22. Only two operations, two place operators. Come to the next one. Name colon Vijay. One operation resulting name colon Vijay. This name colon Vijay, it is a string that is adding to another string through a second place operator. Through second place operator. You will be getting a result as name colon Vijay and age colon. Name colon Vijay and age colon. This complete result is going as a left operand to third place operator Left operand is name colon Vijay and age colon. Right side is 22. It is added. Plus operator very important in the string concatenation. Plus operator. Come to the next one. Z4. You can see int I is equal to 10 comma j is equal to 20. I plus j plus is sum. I'm adding one more statement. I'm adding one more statement. If bracket is there, first bracket content will execute. More preference will be given to the bracket content. Highest preference goes to bracket content. First bracket content will execute. Otherwise left to right only. Generally left to right. If any bracket content is there, that is executing first. While executing bracket content, come on, I plus j 30. That 30 is going as a right operand to plus operator. Bracket content getting more preference in the execution. Bracket content getting more preference to the more preference in the execution. You can see if any content is there in the bracket, that will be getting more preference. So first I plus j will execute. It's a numeric addition 30. That 30 is going as a right operand to first plus operator. It's straightforward. Now, there are some conditions to be followed with respect to local variables. Let us see what are the conditions. Guys, everybody, there are some conditions to be followed with respect to local variables. What are the conditions? First condition, local variable cannot be used without initialization. First condition, local variable cannot be used without initialization. You will be getting compilation error. Local variable cannot be used without initialization. If you try to use local variable without initialization, you will be getting compilation error. You can see first time we are saying error. Compilation error. Whenever compilation error is occurring, class file will not be generating. Class file will not be generating. Whenever you are getting compilation error, class file is not generating, you cannot run. Class file is not generating, you cannot run. Here, I is not initialized. Local variable should be initialized. It should be initialized before usage. Local variable should be initialized before usage. Local variable should be initialized before usage. If local variable not initialized, then you cannot use. This is the first condition to remember. Move to the second condition. Don't run Jet5 as it is having a compile time error. Move to the Jet6. Everybody. The second rule, int I is equal to true. Print I. The second rule to be followed is value type should be same as variable type. Value type should be same as variable type. If value type is a boolean, variable type is a int, incompatible, you will be getting compilation error. Compilation error, incompatible. Value should be same type of the variable. Value should be same type of the variable. Incompatible assignment. This is the second condition to be followed. Second condition to be followed. Don't assign like this. Move to the third condition. Jet7. Int I is equal to 10. Boolean I is equal to false. Two local variables should not be with the same name. Two local variables should not be with the same name, even though type is changing, even though values are changing. Two local variables should not have a same name. Two local variables should not have a same name. Two local variables should not have a same name. No matter type is changing or not, no matter value changing or not, two variables should not have a same name. You are getting compilation error. This is all about local variables. We have seen every point related to local variables.